All right, welcome to Dexteram Treachery's meeting in June. Tonight, big thing on the table is going to be the schedule. Looking to maybe adjust the schedule that we currently have, depending on people's personal time they had to play the game, and try to make sure that we can get as much stuff done with as many of the guild members as possible. Looks like today we have Olmok, Rove, Mansa as Defenestrator X. JC and Schraden are in the channel. They may pop in here anytime. So, I guess we'll hold off the big topic for a few minutes. Does anybody want to bring any other smaller topics up? Talk about any of the PvE or PvP situations? Any ideas on how to go about putting together a PvP group?
I have a PvP question.
Go ahead.
Is that the only way to get the really good relics again?
No. At the moment, the best relics are still obtainable via drops in the Ravagers and TOS hard modes. They have completely separated the PvE and PvP gear based on rating, so that, in all honesty, the PvP gear is not viable anymore. That's not to say that you can't use PvP gear for PvE, because during the group finder events, you go in and you get a bolster, much like you do when you go into PvP with PvE gear. So,
and if I decide to start PvPing a little bit again, do I need PvP gear, or should I stay in my PvE set?
That depends on your PvE set. Your bolster starts dropping dramatically after a certain rating.
Well, I noticed before the latest patch that if I went in with, like, what everybody said, I forget what it was, a 156 set or something, I got the highest bolster. But going in my full 60 maxed set, I was kicking way more ass.
You can, for sure, but you do end up much easier to kill, too. You can drop higher damages and higher heals. Rove saying in chat that right now 168 gets the bester.
Oh, okay, I got a full set of that. I got a full set of 168, yeah.
Yeah, that'd be best to run into PvP, and as you get the comms and get the gear, then just replace out the parts. I would start with set bonus parts, because that'll make the biggest difference. But does anybody have ideas in...
PvP has set bonus pieces too, like PvE does?
Yes.
No, they don't.
Yes, they do.
PvP...
Yeah, they do.
Oh,
absolutely, they do.
That's right, it does. When did PvE start getting stuff? Like at 198, right?
What do you
depends.
mean? For set bonus?
Set bonuses, they actually started set bonuses even with the classic operations. You get set bonuses at level 50, 55, and 60 doing operations.
Yeah, the Kalumi gear way back when, I believe, had set bonus.
Yep.
So, yeah, so PvP has its own set of set bonuses, a little more tailored to the PvP situation.
Dave.
So if you're... Yeah.
I'm sorry. Give me 1 second. I just want to check, make sure everything is working right.
Okay.
So to make sure that it's actually recording. I didn't forget something.
I'm sorry, we're experiencing technical difficulties right here. Stand by.
System.
Alright, carry on.
Okay, so we were talking about gear. Do you have any more questions on that, the progression?
No, thank you.
Okay, and just to point out, 192 gear has the drops in the story modes of Ravager and TOS. Those are also set bonuses, not just 198. Just to make sure that was clear. And then...
and it does make a big difference having the set bonus.
Absolutely. Yes, there is a few classes in which I would say their set bonus gear doesn't seem to look like it helps much.
Well, what I'm reading is the the previous set bonus is the one to leave. The one, whatever it was, 168 or whatever, is better than the 192. I don't know about that.
And
But
there are some people that believe that.
Yeah, in some cases they are. For instance, I put in my helmet that give you the idea of the mercenaries set bonuses for 192.
I have
Yeah,
all
and
I have all 7 pieces for Force Masters.
Yeah, I'm completely disappointed with the PvP set bonus for Madness Orcs. It doesn't even seem to really affect Madness Orcs.
I think Madness is not even a viable option anymore. I switched back to Lightning, and it's so much better. It's just not even funny how much better it is.
Definitely arguable. So a couple things I want to bring up was recruiting. We've been bringing plenty of people in, generally in the lower levels. Not sure if they'll end up getting the end game content. I'm of course hoping that they all do. It would be spectacular. But what I'm hoping for people to do, because I know a lot of us plug into a lot of groups out there, and what I'm seeing is that there's a lot of ungilded people, likely because they were in guilds that just didn't do shit. So I think the best way to get our name out there is when you're in a group, a pug group, bring up DT. Say, hey, we do this stuff on the regular. We're constantly putting together group finder groups. So with most of the guild, we're hanging out in Mumble, having fun doing it. That seems that is where I've been successful in bringing in a couple of 60s here and there. Also spamming. I brought in Straight in here and his wife by doing the spam in the chat every once in a while. An awesome addition to our guild for PvPers. And also continuing to build up on the ship. We definitely we came out of the gates hard and fast, and I know that I myself haven't been able to contribute too much because the way I play the game, I don't end up with a whole lot of decorations and stuff like that. But I've thrown everything in that I get. So work on that too. If you see pieces drop that you already have for yourself, and you haven't seen them on the guild, as I've seen it, nobody in any group gets upset if you need on it. Because you could viably need anything, even if you already have one. A lot of things go better as a pair or as a group. So continue trying to pull that stuff in too. And then you donate it by going to the guild bank. And if you put it into the guild bank, that's fine. Somebody will just go back around and drop it into the guild donation spot. But in the bottom left of the guild bank, a donation drop box. And that'll make it available to place onto the hooks in the ship automatically right there. It's as if right-clicking it in your own inventory to add to your ship. Any thoughts on that? Anybody anything special in the guild ship? Any rooms anybody wants open?
I don't know.
Because we have the money to
deck.
open up another room if we want, I think.
What? Do we have enough to open another room?
We have over 6 million.
Yeah, that would
Should be
nice.
able to open another room.
Cause we need to find places to put some of this junk that's up here. We got stuff that's like all over the bridge that just isn't appropriate, and in other rooms, and I'm like, we need to break it up, make like a true lounge or offices deck or something like that.
Yeah, I'm liking all the technical stuff up here. Definitely bridge worthy. These statues, I'm kind of glad that we got rid of the little campsites going on.
Yeah, oh my god. On the bridge.
Those look good out in Tatooine.
People having roasts on the bridge. Yeah.
The trees could probably be better placed in the crew area or something like that, for sure. Yeah, we'll look at opening up another room here at the end of the meeting. We can all get together and pick a room.
Cool.
And then obviously the big thing, we've covered that now. The big thing on the list is schedules. For those of you in here, does anybody have an input in the schedule, a way to make it more viable for you?
Well, over the summer, I will make arrangements. Over the summer, I'm only working like 2, sometimes 3 nights a week. But I can give a lot of shifts away too. So I'm pretty flexible over the summer.
Well, that's pretty good. So basically any schedule could work for you.
Basically.
Anything seems good for Rove too, which is good. Tolmach? Definitely you're a
Yeah.
strong PvE-er.
I'm very open. You know, it just can't be every night of the week. I can do 2-3 nights a week. I don't care what nights.
Okay, I think then I guess it sounds like it'd be best to maintain it Tuesday, Thursday nights. And what I have in here now is most of our strong PvEers, so I would ask that you guys, if you can, please try and show up when it's scheduled. Most of the time it doesn't get done is because we just don't have enough people in the guild. And then we take a whack at it with pugs or whatnot, and then we just don't have enough people learning either. Even if we're gonna fail it, I'd like to fail with a learning experience. And to all that, I'd also like to apologize for my random inability.
Certain privileges. Rove might want to, take that a little further. He seems to have some knowledge of how that actually works and the bonuses we get from it. But yeah, we have that on the calendar now. It's scheduled for every other week right now because it's been kind of slow. But if you want to be a part of that, sign up your name on that, and we'll try to get that going as well. And that's pretty much all I have on us tonight.
Yeah, big goal on those Wednesdays is to kill commanders. And if we got 8 of us together, it shouldn't take us more than a half hour to get there, get it done, and celebrate.
And earn the stuff we need to unlock the ship a lot cheaper.
Oh, okay, benefit I didn't even know about. Awesome.
Yeah, you know those framework plans that are in the guild bank currently?
Oh, okay, yeah, the framework plans. Yeah,
yeah,
absolutely. That comes from killing the commanders.
Yeah, you also have a chance of actually getting not the flagship plans, but also the frameworks as well. So if we get the frameworks, that's one out of 5 right there.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, I also was reading up on a website. If we have 12 people going in the group, because each commander has a max drop of 12, we could possibly get all of those 12 by having 12 people in the group.
Correct.
So, the more is there, the more we get for sure. And then JC, you were saying there's
Yeah.
because I use Crunchyroll. I already pay for Crunchyroll. I could drop the subscription and then go through the links and re-up it.
You might be able to. Yeah, there's like pages and pages of offers. If you actually investigate the Mumble PayPal/donation widget that's there on the webpage, you will find there's a lot of advertisers that Engine uses in order to supplement. So if you were to go and basically surveys, it's not surveys, but that's the principle. You go and you sign up for a 2-week Crunchyroll membership that's free, and if you like it, and I do, you'll continue to subscribe. But that's another issue. So you go and you sign up for 2 weeks of Crunchyroll, for example. It'll give you like 6 days of Mumble.
Show up. I'll put it out right now. I'm in 4-section duty. That means every 4th day I'm on duty. I can't come home. I can't play. It's a thing. I'm in the Navy for a year. What?
Cue the music.
So, I mean, I am going to definitely continue to highly encourage it. And on any night, if any of you guys come in and you don't feel like you could possibly get the scheduled event done, please try to get the group group together with whoever's here and interested. We definitely have some lower geared people who are interested in doing Ravagers and Temple of Sacrifice, but they would benefit best from going through whatever group finder's available that night. That provides a lot of ultimate comms, comparably speaking, and is a quick way to get yourself ready for the story mode Ravagers and Temple of Sacrifice. And
especially for people who have not really done raids before.
Absolutely. And I feel like if we got all of the people that we have interested in the PvE content, which is 8 people, the maybe 4-set bonus of 182 with a bunch of 198s from the old towns, we could start working on the hard modes. That's really not too far out there if we can start really getting together for the events. that is just about everything that I personally wanted to talk about. Is there anybody in here that wanted to say anything else?
Yeah, a couple of things. Number one, welcome to all the people that are new to the guild. And you're all an integral part of this family, as just stated earlier. And we would like to see everyone grow with us, as we travel on this exciting adventure of DT. Number two, congratulations, Just, on being the new guild leader, and you're doing a great job. I'm glad to have you representing us, and I know you're trying hard, and sometimes you're just not available, but you're doing a great job. You're getting people organized and making events happen again. And that's what we need, like you said. That's the fault of a lot of guilds. They're not making things happen, so of course people aren't going to stick around. To the membership, please utilize the website and its calendar in particularly, because like you were saying earlier, that's the that's the key to us really getting these things done. And even for us that have been around a while, sign up for the event. We know that we know who's basically going to be here, whatever. But it's nice for the people that are organizing it to see that, well, we can count on these 5 or 6 people to be there, and then we can consider plugging if we know they're going to be there. Maybe he's a few minutes late, but he signed up that he'll be here. Because you can always change the stats to maybe or whatever if you're not sure. The other thing is you may have noticed a few changes on the website. May have a different look on a couple of the banners. That's thanks to Rove or Gareth. He's been doing a great job of helping me edit the website. He has some knowledge of that, and I've put him in charge of being kind of my assistant on the website. And one of the things he's done is fix the banner on the DT page, as well as you may have noticed a couple of things that didn't have their own personal photographs on them. He's been finding images to connect to it, so you don't just see a blank tab. Another thing you'll notice is that we in the past people would log in or they'd be directed to our site, like they may want to join the guild and we direct them, but the only thing they could see was the welcome page, and all that has on it is the charter and the application. So we've made it so that when you log into the website, they can now go to the home page without being registered. And there are various things they can see on there. One of them is the homepage banner now says Dexteram Family, and then underneath it says Dexteram Treachery, as well as Dexteram Timeberry, which are the 2 guilds we represent right now. And there were also video boxes on each side, one with a recruitment ad and a YouTube ad for SWTOR, and then on the other side is an ad for Final Fantasy. And this way they can view the page now. They can see some of the membership. They can see how goofy we are, whatever, and some of the things we do. And there's some other things that are listed on that page. There's a calendar. Sometimes there are a few events that are posted on it other than birthdays. Basically, I just wanted to touch on that. Oh, and the other thing is that for those that don't know that are new to the guild, the website is paid for by the membership. Everybody contributes what they can when they can. It's not a must thing if you're not working or your funds are low or you're just having a hard time, whatever. We understand that. But if you can put in a couple of coins every now and then, it helps defray the cost for any one individual to have to pay for this mumble that we use and for the website that we use. So usually people put in something once a year, maybe twice if they're good or whatever, and that helps pay for it keeps it going for the whole year for everyone. If it doesn't happen, don't worry, it will be paid for. It'll be taken care of, so don't feel like you're stressed out to pay for the website.
It does accept any level of donation. So, and I think it's close to $1 a day, Mansa.
Yeah, I guess so, pretty much.
So yeah, like $5, 5 days, and it'll all add up. So don't think that I don't have $20 to throw into it.
$7 the minimum.
Okay, so there is a minimum. All right, but it's pretty low,
Right, you'll see it on. There's a link to it on each of the guild websites. There's also a link to it on the homepage, I believe. So, if you're interested, make a donation, please. The other thing is, we're still taking donations in the guild as far as credits go to help open up new vaults. Not new vaults, new rooms on the ship. New doors, open up new doors and new levels and rooms on the ship so that we can start building more. And another thing is that we want to start getting these, what do you call them, planet conquest or these base takeover things going. We need manpower to do that, so it's not really necessarily a PvP thing. It can kind of be both, because the takeover the base itself is actually PvE. You're fighting the non-player characters on the bases or whatever. But it becomes PvP when you got the enemies that show up and they want to become part of it by keeping you out of their base. And so that could be a lot of fun as well, you know. So it's like a challenge to see if you can get in their base, take it over, and it grants us.
So if you're always sitting around, if you're ever sitting around and you're wondering if there's anything that you can do, then you can go and check it out and see if there's anything you're coming up, like a Valentine's Day, you might order flowers, or Mother's Day, you might order flowers, or something like that. Or, Father's Day is coming up, there might be like a Sears thing on there. There's a whole bunch of little things to check out. Pages and pages and pages.
Okay, that sounds like an awesome, easy, and basically free way for people to get us more days. Oh, that's I almost wish I knew about that earlier. Appreciate it, JC.
Mm-hmm.
I think, unless anybody else has something to put in, that concludes the meeting.
I'm good here.
Okay. In about 5 minutes, I'll be trying to put a group together to take a whack at Temple Sacrifice. And remember, like I said earlier, if we don't get enough, we'll do the group finder. Viable for just about everybody. And fun for everybody for sure. Thank you all who attended the meeting. The video will be up if anybody wants to go over it again and let other people know in the guild that there will be a video coming up in a couple days. Mansell will put it out to see what was talked about.
Yeah, yes.
Did you get it recorded, Mansa? Volume and everything?
I think so.
Oh boy.
Well, when I checked it, it seemed like everything was working right. All right, I'm gonna end this now. Bye-bye.